Hello.
Yes, yes. Dr. Narendra Gangwar. कितने पार्टिसिपेंट?
Hello.
जब स्टार्ट करेंगे तो शेयर
हाँ.
Sir, am I audible to you?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon, Dr. Narendra.
Yeah, good afternoon, all the participants, and welcome to the session. We have some connectivity issues here because of heavy rain, so we sorry for the inconvenience. And again, we have a very experienced speaker with us today for the session, and I would like to welcome each one of you on behalf of Ministry of Education, on behalf of Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Sport Authority of India, Khelo India, and on behalf of our principal, Dr. G. Kishore sir, and all the member of organizing committee from Sai LNCP Trivandrum, I, Dr. Narendra Gangwar, would like to take this opportunity to welcome our speaker for the day, Dr. Mahendra Sawant sir. Sir is working as an associate professor in LNCP Trivandrum. He is my senior colleague here and having more than 20 years of teaching experience in field of physical education and yoga. He is heading the department of yogic sciences. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me take this opportunity to introduce speaker to you. Sir is associate professor. He will be delivering talk on role of yoga in sports performance. That is very much important nowadays, and people are taking help of yoga to improve the performance of sports person. So when we talk about the educational qualification, sir has BA Economics, sir has done BPEd, MPEd, NET, PGDSM, and NIS. Sir has done ISAC level 1 and 2, and sir has also completed a PhD in physical education. Now, when we talk about working experience, sir is working in Sport Authority of India, LNCP Trivandrum, and sir is having 24 years of teaching experience at UG at PG level, 5 years in school and junior college at Nasik, Maharashtra. Sir is licensing officer and in charge official language Hindi in Sai LNCP Trivandrum. He has presented and published more than 20 research articles in various reputed national, international conferences and seminars. Sir has PhD thesis evaluator for many universities and evaluated more than 10 PhD theses. So, ladies and gentlemen, to deliver this talk on the topic role of yoga in sports performance, we find the best person to deliver. On behalf of all the participants, I again would like to extend my heartiest welcome to Dr. Mahendra Sawant sir for the session. Sir, it's
Thank you so much, Dr.
over
Narendra.
to you. Please. Welcome. Sir.
Once again, thank you very much, my colleague, my friend, Dr. Narendra Gangwar, and all dear participant friends of E-Khel Pathshala foundation level course. Greetings to everyone. And on behalf of Sports Authority of India, LNCP, I welcome you to my session. And as you know, this is very, very important program for us. First of all, let me thank to Honorable Sports Minister of Youth Affairs and Sport, Government of India, Shri Anurag Singh Thakur sir, and my Director General, Honorable Shri Sandeep Pradhan sir. Also my principal, my director, Dr. G. Kishore, Sports Authority of India, LNCP, Trivandrum, Kerala, and also all my colleagues and my friend, the course coordinator, Dr. Narendra Gangwar, for having been provided me an opportunity to interact with you, to share my knowledge with us, with you. And let me take this opportunity to have to share the knowledge about yoga, how the yoga plays a very important and vital role towards the enhancement of performance among the sports persons, not only in the country, in our great country, but also in the globe. And friends, today is my topic. I'll share on PPT. The topic is a very genuine topic. As you know that yoga plays a very important role to mold and build mental, physical, social, and emotional bonding of an athlete, and how the best way he can produce the result to the achievement of experience of yoga asanas, meditation, pranayam, and certain effective practices. Just a second, please. My PPT is visible.
Sir, please make it in slideshow mode. सर नीचे में एक ऑप्शन दिया है, उस पर क्लिक कर दीजिए.
Slide show mode. Okay.
Now it's visible, sir.
It visible ना? अभी दिखते हैं ना
हाँ.
PPT? Okay.
सर
okay.
एक पार्टिसिपेंट्स की तरफ से एक रिक्वेस्ट है, और मैं भी रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूंगा कि बाय लैंग्वेज में अगर सेशन लेंगे तो ज्यादा बेहतर रहेगा.
ठीक है, मैं हिंदी में भी बोलूंगा और अंग्रेजी में भी. हाँ, बिल्कुल. थैंक यू डॉक्टर नरेंद्र. देखिए दोस्तों, हम लोग ये हमेशा हम जानते हैं, हम सोचते हैं कि भाई योग जो है ये सबके लिए आवश्यक है, लेकिन जब प्रैक्टिकली व्हेन वी एक्सपीरियंस, जब हम उसमें समझते हैं, उसको जानते हैं, उसको अमल में लाते हैं, तो उस समय हमें पता चलता है कि भाई हाउ द योग इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर ह्यूमन लाइफ एंड फॉर ह्यूमन परफॉर्मेंस इन द फील्ड ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स. So today's my topic, role of yoga on sports performance. जैसे कि आप जानते हैं कि भाई योग का एक अपना इतिहास रहा है. 5000 वर्ष पहले योग हमारे हिंदुस्तान में, हमारे भारत के कोने कोने में जो एक संस्कृति कला के रूप में उसको योग अभ्यास किया जाता था. और योग के जरिए से हम बहुत सारे ऐसे कुछ जैसी बीमारियां हैं उसको भी, जैसे प्रिवेंटिव हो या जैसे थेरापेटिक वे हो, या किस चीज में हम योग के जरिए हम अपने आप को बहुत ही तंदुरुस्त महसूस करते थे. लेकिन आज योग उससे भी बढ़कर है, उससे भी चढ़कर है. इसलिए योग पूरा वैज्ञानिक रूप से जाना जाता है. तो जैसे योग, जैसे ही हम योग के बारे में सोचते हैं, समझते हैं, तो दिस इज द जर्नी थ्रू सेल्फ, जर्नी फॉर सेल्फ एंड जर्नी ऑफ द सेल्फ. ये तीन चीजें हमें भूलना नहीं चाहिए. वी शुड नॉट फॉरगेट दिस इज द योग इज द जर्नी थ्रू सेल्फ, फॉर सेल्फ एंड ऑफ सेल्फ, जर्नी फॉर सेल्फ एंड जर्नी ऑफ सेल्फ. नाउ one thing is clear, that is yoga starts teaching learning through the childhood, or from the childhood until the end of our last breath. Yoga is going to be help to human being on the earth. So हम लोग ये देखते हैं कि भाई चलिए रोल, ये योग की क्या भूमिका रही है स्पोर्ट्स परफॉर्मेंस. अभी स्पोर्ट्स परफॉर्मेंस जो है ये बहुत ही फ्लेक्सिबल होता है, तो उसको अच्छी तरह से जो है उसको विकसित करने के लिए हम योग का सहारा, योग का अभ्यास और योग के जरिए किस तरीके से हम अपने देश को अधिक से अधिक मेडल प्राप्त कर सकते हैं देश के लिए. और हमारे जो एथलीट्स हैं, हमारे जो खिलाड़ी हैं, उनको योग से किस तरीके से उनका सर्वांगीण विकास, मानसिक, शारीरिक, बौद्धिक, भावनिक सभी तरीके से विकास किस प्रकार से संभव है, इस चीज पर हम आज प्रकाश डालना चाहते हैं. देखिए अभी योग जो है, हम इस पर कई तरीके से अभ्यास हो रहे हैं और अनुसंधान भी हुआ है. तो यहाँ एक नजर डालेंगे, द स्प्रेड ऑफ योग टू स्पोर्ट्स पीपल एंड एथलीट्स. अभी योग ये स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन के लिए ही नहीं बल्कि सामान्य इंसान के लिए भी वो आवश्यक हो गया है, हो चुका है। हमने पैंडेमिक में देखा है कि भाई योग से हमें बहुत सारा बचावात्मक उपाय योग के जरिए से हमें प्राप्त हुए हैं, और हम अपने मानसिक शक्ति को, भावनिक शक्ति को, और अपने जो शरीर के अंदर जितने भी जैसे लंग फंक्शन जो है, इनर फंक्शंस है, उसका जो उसका जो एक्चुअली विकास होना चाहिए, उसका जो उसकी जो कैपेसिटी है, उसका जो फोर्स है, उसको मेंटेन करने के लिए, उसको बढ़ाने के लिए योग से हमें एक अलग तरीके का एक सहारा मिला था पेंडेमिक में, और बहुत सारे लोगों ने अपनी जान बचाई योग अभ्यास के जरिए। अभी यहाँ देखा जाए तो भाई योग से हमें क्या लाभ होता है, व्हाट आर द बेनिफिट्स वी आर एक्चुअली गोइंग टू एक्सपीरियंस थ्रू योग, दैट इज द spread of yoga to sports people and athletes. So sports people, even non-sports people also, they can experience the yoga. It is not mandatory only sports persons or athletes, or it is what is officially athletes, those who are involved in athletics and physical exercise only can do yoga. No, yoga makes a very open and free platform for everyone. There is no what is called a particular religion must practice, or no, it is actually unity of mind, body and soul. So yoga dedicates to a particular greater balance strength. Yoga also helping for flexibility to body, superior balance and body control awareness, more energy, mental focus, distress, deal with pressure, switch off. Okay, now स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट, स्ट्रेस डिस्ट्रेस। अभी स्ट्रेस स्ट्रेस एक एक्चुअली हमारा बहुत बड़ा शत्रु है। स्ट्रेस हमें विकास की ओर से हमें पीछे खींचता है, और स्ट्रेस से बहुत सारे ऐसे हादसे हो जाते हैं कि हम अपने आप को संभल नहीं पाते, अपने आप को हम बहुत ही असफल पाते हैं। लेकिन योग से भी हमें स्ट्रेस पर काबू करने के लिए बहुत फायदा होता है। डील विथ प्रेशर, जब जैसे परीक्षा का प्रेशर है, बहुत सारी चीजों का प्रेशर हो जाता है, तो उसमें अगर आप थोड़ा योग अभ्यास से, जैसे आपने एक ब्रीदिंग एक्सरसाइज कर ली एक 20 मिनट के लिए, 25 मिनट के लिए, अब तो बहुत अच्छा आपको सेल्फ कंट्रोल हो जाएगा, आपका जो माइंडसेट है वो ठीक तरीके से हो जाएगा, और आपकी जो निगेटिविटी है उसको स्विच ऑफ हो जाएगा। जो स्विच ऑफ का मतलब है कि भाई आपके जो निगेटिव थॉट्स है जो कि आपको घातक साबित हो सकते हैं, उसको आप बंद करके आप एक सहयोग की ओर, एक जैसे सहायता, सहयोग और फायदा, और अपने आप को जानेंगे कि नहीं, कुछ भी हो कि हम जो है कुछ कर सकते हैं, हम में कुछ कमी नहीं है, ये आत्मविश्वास निर्माण होता है। इसीलिए नेक्स्ट फीलिंग ऑफ वेलबींग, तो आप अपने आप को इन चीजों को जो प्राप्त करके योग के जरिए से, तो आपको अच्छा लगेगा कि नहीं यार, हम फिर भी कुछ कर सकते हैं। अगर नहीं हमें एक जिसे कहते हैं कि भाई बहुत सारे असफलता प्राप्त हो रही है, लेकिन फिर भी हम कुछ सफलता प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। तो ये जो है, ये योग से पूर्ण रूप से संभव है। यस, बीइंग इन द जोन, जो अपना जोन क्या है, हेल्दी जोन, फ्री जोन, हैप्पी जोन, एंड वी शुड प्रोग्रेसिव जोन। ओके, तो ये जोन में जो है, इट शुड बी, वी शुड एक्चुअली feel that we are quite okay, and we are feeling fantastic, that is, yes, something is we are doing, and we are getting positively. Now, see, there was a control studies. It was a research studies has been conducted in 2001 in California University, tested the strength of volunteers before and uh, after 8 weeks of twice weekly yoga classes. 8 weeks means continuously 8 weeks, twice weekly twice yoga classes to be conducted, and to be involved, to be learned, to be practiced. Isokinetic muscle strength in the elbow joint went up 31%. So because the yoga practice, what happened among the sports person, Isokinetic muscle strength in the elbow joint. Elbow joint went up 31%. Now boxers are having, when boxers they involve in punching and all, so their right arm, left arm, and elbow joint, wrist joint, shoulder joint plays a very vital role. So the similar way, certain yogasanas are there, certain asanas where uh, uh, people or athletes can strengthen their wrist, elbow, shoulder strength, and they can participate in sports activities like a boxing or any other sports where due to yogic practices, isokinetic muscular strength in the elbow joint, especially elbow joint, will be developing 31% for extension and 19% to flexion, and knee strength went up 28% extension and 57% flexion. So flexion and extension, it actually grows up, it improves due to yogic practices. It has been proved through the research studies conducted in 2001 in California University. In 2000, Ball State University measured capacity of 287 college students before and after two 50 minutes yoga classes. तो दो 50 मिनट के दो योगा क्लासेस जो है फॉर 15 weeks अब 15 weeks actually they used to continuously organize the yoga classes, and average increase in lung capacity was 10%. So see, lung capacity, which is actually very important to survive, and where actually not only 1, 2 or 3, 10% it was found increase the capacity level. Yoga poses help increase lung capacity by improving flexibility in the rib area. Flexibility in the rib area, shoulders and back, allowing the lungs to expand more fully. So that was actually the result due to yoga practices. Yoga for sports people session structure. Here, if you see, centering, breathe, awareness from distal to proximal, core strength, preparation of major joints for ROM. ROM means range of motion. So range of motion is very important in human body. And that is why preparation of major joints for range of motion, dynamic movements to raise blood flow, elasticity and heat in the body, asanas plus isometric stretches to increase range of motion, passive stretches, mental work, concentration and meditation, and finally at the last, after doing all these practices workout, we can experience relaxation. Relaxation, it is a boost to the energy, boost to the mental fatigue. We can reduce the mental fatigue. We can refresh our mind due to relaxation, and we can refresh our muscles, and we can have muscle tones, reback muscle tones, and we can feel more and more fresh to accept further challenge on the sports field. So flexibility test, if it is, if you go for Dandasana, for hamstrings, it is very important. Bhujangasana for the spinal cord. Bhujangasana is also very important, very effective. Gomukhasana for the shoulders. Baddha Konasana for the hips. Gomukhasana for shoulders, if you see the position of Gomukhasana, fantastic way, we will get the flexion, extension, and flexibility among the shoulders. Then Baddha Konasana for the hips, hip flexure test on table. So these are actually flexibility tests. These tests are actually possible by means of some of the asanas in yogic practices. Limitation to flexibility here, suppose age 7 to 11, suppose if you female pelvis lifestyle, for example, choices, running, cycling, sedentary, the mind, genetics, for example, ligament structure, connective tissue, 30% of the muscles, models, endomysium, perimysium, fascicle, epimysium, collagen, elastin, age, the nervous system, stretch, band and role play of 30%, myostatic strength, stretch reflex, myostatic stretch reflex for spinal cord, and Golgi tendon organ G2. This all actually, it happens from the age of 7 to 11, and it is for a female. If it is flexibility is tremendous among females than men, and if you give proper yogic practices to female athletes from the age of 7 to 11, they will be benefited a lot. Even genetically also, they may feel are very, very flexible in their sports activity. Three main categories of flexibility training: dynamic activity, flexibility, dynamic active flexibility, the ability to perform dynamic movements within a full range of motion, combining relaxation of extended muscles with contraction of moving muscles, best done in this static passive flexibility. If you see, uh, this is dynamic active flexibility, and next is static passive flexibility. This is the ability to assume and maintain extended position using your weight or using strength, not coming from the stretch limb. Passive flexibility usually exceeds active, statics, and dynamic. If you look at the particular posture, see how the way actually we are making the in the picture, athletes are making the stretching. So this stretching, if you stretch your upper and lower part of your body, and definitely what benefits you may achieve, you will achieve a very, very lack of injuries to your health, to your body, through the while performing sports activities in the even though in a competitive situation. अगर आप लोगों को कंपटीशन में भी अगर बहुत सारी रिस्क लेनी है, तो उस समय इंजुरी के चांसेस बहुत कम होते हैं, अगर आप पहले से ही ये योगासना योग अभ्यास अगर आप नियमित रूप से करें तो. Now running, what will be the problem during running? Short hamstrings due to limited range of motion in joggers and long distance runners. अभी देखिए जो मैराथन रनर्स होते हैं, लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस रनर्स होते हैं, उनमें कभी कभी hamstring का प्रॉब्लम ज्यादातर आ जाता है. ओके, उसके बाद में शिन पेन भी होता है. तो ये चीजें जो है, शिन बोन पेन, hamstring प्रॉब्लम, ये ज्यादातर जो लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस रनर्स है, वी कैन फाइंड देम अमंग दोस लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस रनर्स. So high impact on joints, knees, hips, and spine. So again, in addition to that, they will face generally high impact on joints. For example, knees, hips, spine. These are actually foundation of our building, our body, our building, which actually knees, hips, and spine. If knees are having certain problem, hip is having some problem, spine is having some problem, then athlete will be flat, at least even 70-60% he will be flat, he will be injured, and he will not be able to perform further tasks. And if you see the middle distance and sprinters, they also have a risk of osteoarthritis. So arthritis is very, very serious problem nowadays among all the all aging group. If you see, even nowadays 25 years boy also is facing the arthritis problem, started a knee problem because of sedentary lifestyle, no exercise, junk food, and no seriousness, and no timely care of the health or body or sleep, food, exercise, yoga practices, asanas. Their list bother. Such people, those who come under this group, they are facing a lot of problem after 25, 27, 28, 29, and their body weight also increasing, and they come in the danger zone of obesity. And after that, their nature of thinking also it becomes very, they will feel immediate angry, they will be tempted to uncontrolled food habits, and they will be feeling very laziness. They only want to sit, eat, and waste of time. So that is why such group will be facing plenty of mental, social, emotional problems. And for them, this yoga practice is actually also going to help to overcome such health issues in their life. Now, cycling, if you see, cycling is one of the best exercises like yoga practices. Only we have to buy one bicycle, and we have to care the bicycle. The bicycle will care our all the parts of the body. That is, and it is a very what is a cost-effective tool in our life. So, what might be the problem due to cycling? Some kind of injuries if you are not aware of a systematic way or scientific way by cycling exercise. What kind of problems you may face? Loss of range of motion, particularly short hamstrings and hypothesis in the thoracic spine, tight chest muscles. So this tight chest muscle because you're always bending forward and you are what is meant to change the direction through first will, and that is why you may face certain what is chest tight chest muscles problem you may face. But due to yogic practices, that also can be cured. The bones and joints, the skeleton is a dynamic living structure. Bones respond to the forces on them in terms of density and shape. Joint surfaces can also change as a result of stresses. Now, as muscles, cells, bones, blood, inner functions, and various systems in the body, these all, if they come together, where bone also, it is very, very important uh, to maintain human body in our sports life. And that is why if you practice yoga in systematic, when you look at this picture, okay, so one girl is sitting for a meditation position, and she is having prayer posture, and she's mentally preparing before practicing yoga as a prayer. And here, this on this another side, if you see that this is a vrikshasana position, this is a naukasana position, and here you see so many. This is also trikonasana position, trikonasana or Virabhadrasana position. Okay, and this is Halasana position. This it gives a many plenty of exercise, plenty of muscle toning to our all the joints in our body, and that is why the prayer and Om. If you even pronounce, अगर आप दिन में सुबह उठने के बाद जब आप फ्रेश हो जाते हो, आराम से बैठकर सुखासन में बैठकर अगर आप 15 बार ओम का उच्चारण कर ले, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल आप हर चीज जो है पूरे दिन की शुरुआत करने से पहले अगर आप हाथ जोड़कर इस प्रकार से अगर आप ओम का उच्चारण कर ले 15 बार, और ओम का उच्चारण करना जो है वो एक एक प्रकार का वैज्ञानिक स्वरूप है। उसको अगर यदि आप सही ढंग से जान लो तो आप बिल्कुल बैठे ओम, इस प्रकार से अगर आपने खुद को एक कंसंट्रेशन बनाकर अगर आपने 15 बार भी रिपीटेशन किया, अभ्यास किया, तो देखिए आपकी जो मानसिक शक्ति है उसमें एक इस प्रकार का वैज्ञानिक स्वरूप और साइंटिफिक जो है साइंटिफिक प्रोसेस शुरू हो जाती है, वैज्ञानिक स्वरूप आ जाता है कि आपको आप अपने आप में शांत, और आपका मन जो जो चल विचल हो गया था, उसको कंट्रोल करने की शक्ति, उसको काबू करने की शक्ति आप में आत्मसात हो जाती है, पैदा हो जाती है। इसलिए योग इज द जर्नी ऑफ सेल्फ, फॉर सेल्फ, थ्रू सेल्फ. This thing we should not forget. And now, if you see yoga asana and their role towards the building up, controlling of, enhancement of performance in the life of athletes, common student, common man, youth, for maintaining his or her fitness. So yoga plays a very, very important role towards rejuvenating our shape of our mind, body, and what is the other related aspects to our life. So here Yogasana has become the latest cross-training tool to enhance athletic performance and reduce the risk of injury. So योग से कितने लाभ होते हैं अगर मैं देखा जाए तो मैंने पहले कहा कि ये कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव टूल है। कैसा है? तो योग का अभ्यास करने से क्या होता है कि इंजुरी के चांसेस बहुत कम हो जाते हैं। एक तो आपका मेंटल प्रिपरेशन अच्छा बन जाता है, माइंड सेट बनाने के लिए आपको योग का फायदा हो जाता है। इसलिए आप जो भी जीवन में एक्ट करोगे उससे पहले आपने सोचना जरूर है। तो सोचने की शक्ति कहाँ से हमें मिलेगी? तो योग के जरिए बहुत आसानी से मिलेगी। अगर आप नियमित रूप से योग अभ्यास करोगे तो सोचने की शक्ति जो है वो भी कौन सी सोचने की शक्ति? बिल्कुल सकारात्मक सोचने की शक्ति, ना कि नकारात्मक। नकारात्मक में हमारा भी नुकसान है और सामने वाले का भी नुकसान है, सभी का नुकसान है। तो हमने सकारात्मक फायदा प्राप्त करने के लिए, अपने जीवन का सही आनंद उठाने के लिए, जीवन का सही अर्थ समझने के लिए हमको ये जो जर्नी है वो सेल्फ ही समझना पड़ेगा, स्वयं को समझना पड़ेगा। सो योग थ्रू द सेल्फ, फॉर द सेल्फ, ऑफ द सेल्फ। सो दैट इज वाई एथलेटिक इंजुरी जो है उसको अगर हमने मिनिमाइज करना है तो दिस इज एक्चुअली रिस्क ऑफ इंजुरी अमंग particular population besides other allied sports sciences like anthropometry, sports physiotherapy, and other yoga therapy, etc. Due to lack of awareness and lesser availability of this type of, if we say, if you look at this, what is called uh, physiotherapy, anthropometry, sports physiotherapy and therapy, due to lack of awareness among lesser availability of qualified and competent yoga trainers. Nowadays, what happens? Uh, Teaching yoga is not so easy, but uh, in our country, most of the universities and education institutions are very much serious about implementing yoga education, introducing courses, various courses in the yoga courses, yoga diplomas, and through that, what happens? A proper training is being provided to the participants. And who are the participants? Those are having a good kind of knowledge, deep interest to learn yoga, and they are dedicated towards the yoga, and they want to teach to the students in future. They want to share the knowledge with other generation, young generation, even aged people also, and they want to correct the posture. Such people are being given properly yoga training, not only in our country, but also in the world. There are many people that are involved for their health, happiness, peace for the life, and they want to learn. That is why they are also going through the journey, for the journey, and of the journey through yoga. That is why these yoga trainers, actually, they are having a very huge responsibility in our country, and that is why qualified nowadays also, even qualified yoga trainers are getting very difficult. So, friends, see, this yoga trainers are only they can impart proper training to, even to the sports person people, not that any other. Simply, I know the yoga practices. You have been practicing, okay, but you do not know the scientific proper benefits and advantage, disadvantage, whatever. Suppose you have any backache problem is there, you cannot go for any other particular asana. You should know which asana should be taught for the backache to cure the back, okay, or spinal cord problem. Suppose if you have backache problem and you are doing dhangasana, which will be absolutely wrong. So that should not be there. Particular asana or bhujangasana, you should not do that. You must have proper asanas, which also there it can be possible. It will be beneficial to cure particular your health issues. So uh, just a few years ago, fitness enthusiasts had few options if they wanted to incorporate yoga into training schedule. Yoga is now a mainstay as a preventive and health promotion tool on the program schedules of most health clubs, personal training studios, and corporate fitness centers. Even as army trainers, how fitness yoga as a component of boot camps. What is mean by boot camps? You know that बूट कैंप का मतलब है जब आर्मी के जो फौजी होते हैं, जो सैनिक होते हैं, उनको बहुत सारा ऐसा कभी कभी समय आ जाता है जिसमें उनको जान हथेली पर लेकर जंगल में बिल्कुल अपने हाथ में बंदूक लेकर दुश्मन का सफाया करने के लिए दिन रात उनको बिना खाए पे जंगल में भटकना पड़ता है। तो उस समय उनका जो फिजिकल फिटनेस है, मेंटल टफनेस है, माइंड सेट है, आत्मविश्वास जो है, हिम्मत जो है, करेज, इन चीजों को बिल्कुल मजबूत, बिना किसी खाए पिए, बिना पानी, बिल्कुल भूखे प्यासे वो अपने दुश्मन को ढूंढकर, दुश्मन को अगर उन्होंने दुश्मन का सफाया नहीं किया तो उनका जीवन भी धोखे में आ सकता है। इसीलिए वो बूट कैंप की ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है, और इन बूट कैंप में जो भाग लेते हैं उनको योग ट्रेनिंग भी दी जाती है। फॉर योर काइंड इंफॉर्मेशन। So boot camp is a rigorous training program specially designed for the young recruits that involve very high intensity exercise. अभी बूट कैंप सैनिकों का क्या होता है? सैनिकों का जो अभ्यास होता है, जो व्यायाम होता है, वो हाई इंटेंसिटी का होता है। तो हम लोग तो बिल्कुल आ रहे सैनिक, हमको सैनिक बनना है, लेकिन जब आप सैनिक बनोगे, जब आपको ट्रेनिंग में सिलेक्शन हो जाएगा और जब ट्रेनिंग में इन्वॉल्व होगे, तब आपको दाल रोटी का भाव, दाल आटे का भाव पता चलेगा कि भाई नहीं, ट्रेनिंग कितनी हार्ड होती है। और बहुत सारे ऐसे कुछ लोग हैं वो ट्रेनिंग से भाग जाते हैं कि नहीं मुझसे नहीं होगा। लेकिन ये जो है ट्रेनिंग जो है, ये हमें बिल्कुल सख्त बनाती है, टफ बनाती है, क्योंकि इस ट्रेनिंग का फायदा जो है वो बूट कैंप जो है उसमें होता है, और उस प्रकार से ट्रेनिंग से हमें जैसे इमरजेंसी आती है तो उस समय हम बिल्कुल अपने भारतवासियों को बचाने के लिए अपने जी जान एक करके हम सफलता अर्जित करते हैं। दैट इज वाई बूट कैंप इज रिगुलर ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम स्पेशली। तो ये बूट कैंपर्स को भी योग ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है, वी शुड नॉट फॉरगेट दैट। तो यंग रिक्रूट्स दैट इन्वॉल्व वेरी हाई इंटेंसिटी एक्सरसाइज अंडर इन ह्यूमन कंडीशन। देखिए व्हाट इज द वर्ड इन ह्यूमन कंडीशंस। अरे जहाँ जंगल में ऐसी चीजें होती है, वहाँ खाना भी नहीं होता है, पानी भी नहीं होता है, तो आप कैसे कैसे जिंदा रहोगे। तो इसलिए हाँ, कभी कभी बूट ट्रेनिंग में जंगल में अगर सांप दिखते हैं तो सांप को मार के सांप को भी वैसे खाकर दिन निकालने पड़ते हैं। दिस इज द रियलिटी फॉर द सोल्जर्स। क्योंकि दूसरा, जिंदा रहने के लिए कोई चारा नहीं होता है। इवन पेड़ पौधे जो है हरियाली जो है, घास वास खाकर दिन निकालना पड़ता है। और ना वहाँ भोजन का कुछ प्रबंध होता है, ना वहाँ कुछ बनाने के लिए, खाना बनाने के लिए कुछ चीजें होती है। हाथ में बस बंदूक है, अपना अपना जो यूनिफॉर्म है, और बस सर पे जो है बिल्कुल दुश्मन का सफाया करना, ये जो जुनून होता है उस जुनून को लेकर बूट कैंप में हमारे सैनिक आगे निकलते हैं। तो अनलाइक मेनी ऑफ द फॉर्म्स ऑफ ट्रेनिंग, द प्रैक्टिस ऑफ योग इज इवन इट गिव्स absolutely positive result for us. Indian athletes are required not only to perform to the best of their abilities, but also we need to constantly upgrade ourselves and identify new and budding talent. So योग offers a promising means to incorporate in sports training. देखिए आज तो मैं बोलता हूँ कि योग जो है ये ऐसी शिक्षा है कि जैसे फिजिकल एजुकेशन है, तो फिजिकल एजुकेशन जो फिजिकल एजुकेशन एजुकेशन में जो फिजिकली इन्वॉल्व, वो फिजिकल एजुकेशन हो गया। लेकिन वो पहले क्या था, पहले फिजिकल एजुकेशन को इतना महत्व नहीं दिया जाता था। लेकिन आजकल क्या हो गया कि एजुकेशन जैसे साइंस स्ट्रीम हो गया, इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी हो गया, इंजीनियरिंग हो गया, मेडिकल हो गया, अब ये सारे लोग फिजिकल एजुकेशन में इन्वॉल्व होते हैं। मॉर्निंग इवनिंग खेलते हैं और अपने आप को बिल्कुल तंदुरुस्त महसूस करते हैं, और अधिक से अधिक इन फील्ड में अनुसंधान करके, काम करके विकास कर रहे हैं। इसका मतलब जो है कि academic way also physical education, yoga education is going to be help directly to the human challenges in the life of human being in various streams of life, in the various field of life. That is why. So yeah, yoga is safe for people of ages and for males and females, and is very cost effective method of developing flexibility. योग से क्या होता है, फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी ज्यादा हो जाती है और हमारा मन हमेशा प्रसन्न रहता है। उसके साथ साथ फंक्शनल स्ट्रेंथ एंड डेवलपिंग बेटर रिएक्शन टू फ्रस्ट्रेशन। अभी अगर आप देखोगे तो आप कोई कोई माइकल लाल ऐसा नहीं कि जो उसमें फ्रस्ट्रेशन नहीं है। फ्रस्ट्रेशन सभी को होता है, और फ्रस्ट्रेशन किसी को नहीं होता है, बताइए मुझे। अगर कोई है कि मुझे आज तक कभी फ्रस्ट्रेशन नहीं हुआ, तो मैं वो जो जो चाहेगा वो मैं उसको इनाम दे दूंगा, ऐसा कोई बंदा नहीं है। इवन अगर किसी बहुत अच्छा राजनीति में कोई मंत्री है तो वो भी बोलता है कि बहुत फ्रस्ट्रेशन है, क्या करें। क्योंकि फ्रस्ट्रेशन इज एक्चुअली psychological natural thing, psychologically we can say demon or psychological demon, or it is a kind of challenge to human life, a psychological challenge. Or frustration, it is actually a social aspect where every human wants to overcome such problems. सेल्फ स्टीम जो है हमको मेंटेन करने के लिए, सेल्फ स्टीम जो है उसको बहुत अच्छी तरह से समझना है और उसको मेंटेन करना है। अगर जिस इंसान का सेल्फ स्टीम मेंटेन करने में असफल होगा, वो इंसान क्या करता है, वो इंसान हार जाता है और जिंदगी में कभी प्रगति नहीं कर पाता, विकास नहीं कर पाता। तो ये चीजें, इसलिए फ्रस्ट्रेशन, सेल्फ स्टीम, इन चीजों को मनाने के लिए योग इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट टूल, कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव टूल। इट विल बी व्हाट इज it has been proved to overcome many kind of psychosomatic disorder problems, which are considered as 90% mental sports can gain a lot of insights from yoga training. So due to yoga training, 90% mental sports or mental training for the sports person can gain a lot of insights, a lot of benefits, a lot of happiness, a lot of positive results we have been experienced due to yoga practices. तो स्पोर्ट्समैन पर्सन जो है, स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन के लिए माइंड सेट, मेंटल टफनेस और मेंटल प्रिपरेशन, सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस, सेल्फ स्टीम, ये सारी चीजें जो है योग बहुत ही फायदेमंद साबित हुआ है खिलाड़ियों के लिए। योग हेल्प्स प्रिवेंट the strengths and sprains. Yoga asanas help relax taut muscles, or we can say, see, it also stretches and strengthens various body parts, opening the hip, back, and chest. The different bends and stretches reduce the chance of wear and tear, muscle pull and sprain. जब जहाँ खिलाड़ी है वहाँ इंजुरी है, हाँ, जहाँ कभी कभी खिलाड़ी एक ऐसी ऐसी स्थिति में आ जाता है जो घातक होती है, उसमें वो जख्मी हो जाता है, और बहुत प्रकार की जो जख्म होती है, आंतरिक जख्म होती है, बाह्य जख्म होती है। आंतरिक जख्म में क्या होता है, आदमी बहुत दुखी हो जाता है कि नहीं, मुझे यार आंतरिक चोट पहुंची है, और उसमें वो ना खेल पाता है, और मानसिक रूप से वो बहुत डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है, फ्रस्ट्रेशन वो पकड़ लेता है, और उसमें जो है अपने आप को बड़ा कमजोर महसूस करता है। तो ऐसे सिचुएशन में योगा जो है, योग बहुत ही हेल्पफुल साबित होता है। योग हेल्प्स इन दिस सिचुएशन, दैट इज stretches and strengthens various body parts, opening of hip, back, chest. The different bends and stretches reduce the chance of wear and tear. Reduce the chance of wear and tear muscles. जहाँ मसल्स हैमस्ट्रिंग हो गया, मसल पुल हो गया, ये चीज योग से बिल्कुल मिनिमाइज हो जाती है। योग रिड्यूसेस योर रिकवरी टाइम. Sleep and rest are not enough after a long and grueling physical session. Yoga helps you relax your tired body and mind in an effective and peaceful manner. When you involve in continuously practice, you are mentally also tired, physically also tired. So mentally tiredness कम करने के लिए योग का अभ्यास जो है, so what you have to do is, after getting so much tired, you can have a sit, particularly in sukhasana, and you go for breathing exercise. Close your eyes and do breathing exercise at least for 25-30 minutes continuously. After that, you lie down and go on shavasana and take a deep breathing practices. That will be getting you rejuvenate your mind, body, and it will relax. You relax your tired body and mind, so it will be getting relaxation, and recovery process will be going to begin immediately as soon as you start this such kind of meditation, relaxation practices, body and mind in an effective and peaceful manner, and you will feel very happy and peaceful. This is because asanas are perfectly systematically and gracefully way. This helps to remove the particular kind of fatigue in the body, and enhances the chance of quick recovery. Yoga enhances your sense of balance. In life of human being, balance is very important. Many types of balance we have to maintain in life: social balance, mental balance, physical balance, thought balance, and action balance. And we can maintain uh, many situation wise. We have to keep the balance properly. Asanas like Vrikshasana or tree pose and Veerbhadrasana, body balance. Such kind of asanas will maintain body balance, and through mind and body, it creates a kind of balance. Veerbhadrasana or warrior pose help develop the balance in you. Poise and balance are required physically, mentally. Yoga also helps you maintain posture and stability as is required in gymnastics, archery, and shooting. So most of the shooters, if they want to achieve, they need particular kind of study, particular kind of practice of concentration. So concentration, this type of practice, it is possible by means of yogic practice. So how we can develop more concentration? By means of meditation, breathing practices, and shavasana. At last, at most of times, you should focus concentration in breathing exercise, pranayam. Pranayam, breathing practice, and meditation will be highly useful to develop the power of your concentration for the games and sports, event like shooting, archery. And that is why gymnastics, archery, and shooting. Yoga helps you conquer your demons. How? कैसे कैसे हमारे जो जीवन में जो शत्रु है, मानसिक रूप से आते हैं, उन पर विजय प्राप्त करने के लिए योग हमें कैसा कैसा बिल्कुल सहायक और मददगार साबित हुआ है। स्पोर्ट्स इज नॉट अ प्योरली फिजियोलॉजिकल एक्सरसाइज। देखिए, स्पोर्ट्स हम ये समझते नहीं कि हम जब दौड़ रहे हैं, कूद रहे हैं, इसका मतलब स्पोर्ट्समैन बन गए। What is the definition of health according to WHO? The definition of health is an individual who is having, who does not have any kind of disease, and who can think proper way, positive way, so mentally, physically, and who is having a capacity to think mentally, physically, emotionally, socially uh, fit, socially capable, and doing absolutely normal way actions, that man becomes comes under the healthy human as per the WHO's definition. So यहाँ तो क्या, योग helps you conquer your demons. So योग is actually helping to conquer your demons. जीवन में जो भी challenges है, sports is not purely physiological action. There is a huge mental battle. You must prepare for. Yoga helps you still your nerves when you are tense. If you are getting a lot of stress, lot of tension, you go for a reverse counting. If you are suddenly got lot of tension and stress, you are not able to understand what to do now. You sit, take a glass of water, warm water. Don't take water from fridge. Don't drink water, or don't drink much of hot. Warm water or normal water. You take water, sit quietly, and just remove your shoe and socks, and just sit properly in meditation position. Okay, make a Jnana Mudra position. Your arms and all everything should be set up properly like this, and then you close your eyes. Take a deep breathing for 5-10 minutes. Slowly inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. This repetition, if you do it 30-40 times, and at that time you think that you are sitting alone, either in the forest or jungle, or you have around you everywhere water, and you are totally very comfortable, totally secured, and you don't have any problems. You are just a very comfortable person. You don't want anything in life. You think for 10-15 minutes, do this breathing exercise and meditation and pranayam. Definitely, you will be able to reduce your tension, stress immediately. And if you were trying to go for the wrong decision for suicide or something, that also you will overcome. You will come back. No, I will not do suicide. I want to live life for my brothers, sisters, mother, my father, and my all relatives, my cousins, and my society, and for my country, for my state, for my friends. I want to live the life. I want to sacrifice my life, and I will do something throughout my life for them. If this such concept, such thoughts process, if you develop, that comes into the positive thought process due to pranayam, due to yogasana, due to meditation, due to uh, 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 self-realization, and due to your inner process of happiness, peace, you began while sitting at least alone and taking deep breathing, and you are thinking you are very satisfied, you are very successful. God has given you everything. Whether you lost something, you are under stress, somebody insulted you, something. Don't think in negative. But for that moment, you will realize that you are doing for yourself. So your journey starts for the self. Journey, yoga, through the journey of self, for the self, and of the self. So this is actually this technique. If you will develop, you will overcome your stress problems and frustration problems. At such time, you need a clear head to determine your next and move towards one of the yoga enables objective thinking. So thinking, we can change our thinking. Yoga helps you control your breathing. Many sports require you to exert yourself. If you are even stamina endurance, if you have a limited and you are running for 800 or 1500 or long distance, that your breathing capacity will not, lung capacity will not be supporting you. But if you do yoga practice regularly, it will enhance your lung capacity, breathing capacity also, and that will be supporting you for your long distance running event. Your stamina depends on how much oxygen goes in, a function of the breathing process. Pranayams teach you to control your breath, a handy tool when you are swimming underwater or eyeing the finish line of the marathon. Yoga helps you get in shape. It tones your body, making it lithe and flexible, and hence easier to train Yoga also helps in weight loss, which helps you move faster. So you will be automatically active. You may control your body weight, but at the same time, you should not forget about the what is Patanjali Sutra's 8 limbs of yoga. That further slide I'll be discussing you soon, which helps you move faster. Yoga unites your inner and outer self. So remember, a human being is having two types of life: inner life, outer life. So both, if you maintain balance, definitely you can become easily yogi, and you will become successful human, successful sports person. Just think. I know. Nobody is perfect in the life. कोई ऐसा बंदा नहीं है कि जो भाई 100% सच्चा है, 100% परफेक्ट है। जरूर कुछ ना कुछ कमियां होती है हर एक में। कोई भी बहुत बड़ा से बड़ा इंसान, उसकी भी कमजोरियां होती है। लेकिन उस चीज को हमने देखना नहीं है। हमने ये देखना है कि हमारा आंतरिक स्वरूप क्या है और बाह्य स्वरूप क्या है। आंतरिक स्वरूप में हम क्या सोचते हैं, हम किसको काम आते हैं, हम किस तरह किसी और को समझ लेते हैं, हमने आज पूरा दिन क्या किया, अपना कर्तव्य क्या है, अपने परिवार के प्रति क्या कर्तव्य है, अपने अपने समाज के प्रति क्या कर्तव्य है, अपने देश के प्रति क्या कर्तव्य है। हम जहाँ नौकरी करते हैं, जहाँ रोजी रोटी मिल रही है, उन अपने जो कलीग्स हैं, जो फ्रेंड्स हैं, साथ साथ काम करते हैं, उनके प्रति भी अपना क्या कर्तव्य है। ये अगर हमने सोच लिया तो दैट कम्स अंडर दी improved speed. That is, yoga also helps in weight control, which helps you move faster. And yoga unites your inner and outer self. So inner and outer self. So inner self, up you will be coming to know, you will realize, and outer self, where you are physically, you are involved in social activities. So yoga does more than just improve your speed and reflexes. The ultimate role of yoga in sports is essential to unite the mind, body, and spirit. So ultimately, what is the main goal of yoga? To unite the mind, body, spirit. How many people in our country definitely they have such kind of mentality? Mind, body, spirit united among them. How many of them? You will not find it. Will be very difficult. Very, very difficult. Even today they are talking, but after next action, they will forget all these things and they will do according to what they like, whether good or bad, but they will do action. But due to such actions, we will lose our patience, we will lose our positive thinking, and we will lose our yogic principles, and we will lose our yogic ethics. And that is why, see, yoga teaches us at least this journey where it actually through the self, for the self, and of the self, you must devote yourself through you for the others, through you for the others. So your action should be very positive. You for mental focus. Focus and concentration are different properties of attention, and attention is a subject of awareness. Awareness is a state of absolute relative of restfulness. That means it involves zero energy. Here the observer is just aware that the subject exists. Focus in the observer's intent, touching the issue subtle, but it is not dense. So you can't see it in visual or words. If you be in the state for a minute and later you may get some feeling if asked, but you cannot explain that experience since it has not taken any form. Concentration, on the other hand, involves energy. Abhi awareness, concentration, and restfulness, then uh, focus for the observance of observation, being an observer. So this concentration, on the other hand, involves energy, just like a physical exercise. When you concentrate, your energy flows towards subject of your focus. Because of it, the focus is now getting forms of words, images, dreams, visualizations, reactions. The more you concentrate, the more you remember, and that is also exhaust us, since concentration involves energy. So this actually mental focus, yoga for mental focus. Yoga helps in the improvement of self-confidence, mental focus, mindset. And mind is actually is the particular major tool of the human life, where mind plays an important role. So how to control the mind, how to get awareness to the mind, and how to make restfulness life, and how to develop concentration power to the mind. That is very important while learning yoga for mental focus. Yoga for flexibility. It is, I already told you, yoga stretching postures, both static and dynamic. So what a sports person they are involved, they are actually having dynamic strength. But what yoga practice is, if you practice asanas meditation regularly, so you will be experiencing this static exercise. So yoga is a particularly static exercise. But sports competition, it becomes a dynamic exercise. So, but dynamic exercise also need a static kind of controlling system, static exercise controlling system power. This also needs for the sports person. And that is why yoga nidra can help rebalance, strengthen, and restore tired muscles, joints, and ligaments. Recovery, restore tired muscles. If you are involved regularly, 2-3 hours, your muscles will be tired. Continuously playing football match, or continuously playing basketball or tennis or whatever. So muscle joints, ligaments. Through this restoration process, athletes can maintain peak performance for a longer time and their career longevity, besides developing an emotional balance when they lost during a competition. So tennis players or any other player also during the game situation, they may develop they may lose their emotional balance due to loss of match. Okay, let's agree. But during a competition, this situation they are facing the problem. So to make the balance, the mind, body, spirit in the primary philosophical principle of yoga that can be tailor-made to develop strong cues that can work even during competition. So yoga is actually a very special thing, a very scientific thing, where in all the situation yoga is going to help us. That is, yoga helps athletes in sports yogic conditioning by elongating the tight, shortened, tired muscles and bringing calm and clarity to the mind. So calm mind, सोचना है, सोचने के लिए सोचने की शक्ति को बनाए रखना है, और सोचने की अधिक से अधिक शक्ति प्राप्त करने के लिए मेडिटेशन बहुत जरूरी, कॉन्सेंट्रेशन बहुत जरूरी है, प्राणायाम का अभ्यास बहुत जरूरी है, ब्रीथिंग एक्सरसाइज, सांस लेने का जो अभ्यास है वो भी बहुत जरूरी है. एंड दैट इज व्हाई here calm and clarity to the mind. Some athletes practice yoga to rehabilitate from an injury and to regain flexibility, stability, and strength. Yoga practice teaches an athlete to respect their body's strength and limitations by making them more sensitive to exerting before it causes injury. This knowledge is uh, essential to preventing uh, acute and chronic sports injury. So acute and chronic sports injuries, they are very common in a sports person's life. And that is why they should have actually their particular kind of limitations to avoid such injuries. And if they want to avoid, then they can have prior yogic practices, yogic learning process they should adopt. This knowledge is essential to prevent acute and chronic sports injuries. Asana is a powerful biofeedback tool that can help athletes develop better body awareness. So better body awareness. The body is actually particular tool who will support to the mind, and mind body coordination will be making positive action in the game situation. So this is actually asana is a powerful biofeedback tool that can help athletes develop better body awareness like heart rate, respiration rate, sweating, etc. Listening to the body and responding to its messages is a way to honor the body and to push it over the edge in a progressive manner without getting overtrained or injured. Many amateur triathletes in the USA who often suffer from various sports-related injuries choose yoga-based rehabilitation programs successfully. Many of the triathletes have confessed that they have feel much more focused and involved practicing in the yoga practice regularly. Running sometimes can lead to minor injuries. So running, actually long distance or short distance, it is leading to minor injuries and overuse injuries to the muscles and tendons of the legs, feet, hips, lower back, one of the essential yoga process for runners in Virabhadrasana. So runners can practice to overcome this problem, Veerbhadrasana is the best asana to overcome such injuries for the runners. Its variations stage managing, including the hip flexors, gluteals, and the psoas, low back, growing muscles, and this lunging pose strengthens and Achilles tendons and soleus muscles and deeply stretches hamstrings, which combined with Parvatsana, hip raise with hands, and Parvatasana. So hip raise with hands and feet on the ground. Parvatasana is very important. Various twisting asanas like Markadasana, the Ardha Matsyantarana, the Vakrasana, hip openers like Baddha Padmasana and Kapotasana are used for tennis players and golfers and archers. It is worth noting that traditional yoga has undergone many changes and a number of variations of what is considered yoga as adapt Western taste and preference. This is why there are combinations of yoga combined with weight training or yoga combined. So this is actually, if you see health, energy systems training and improving performance. So we should adopt along with all these health energy system training, yoga practices also, which we should adopt along with the sports performance. And now, in relation to sport performance, how yoga plays scientific way a very important role. Uh, Actually, yoga is actually kind of science where yoga is composed of many layers. So the 8 limbs plays a very vital role. 8 limbs, which are the yoga is composed by many layers of which can enhance athletic performance. These layers are referred to as the eightfold disciplines, 8 limbs of yoga, and these 8 limbs form the main principles yoga as follows: Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. These 8 limbs are very important. It is orderly, systematic way. Yama refers to universal ethics. Niyama refers to personal ethics. Remember, Asana refers to the posture. Pranayama refers to the breath. Pratyahara refers to the withdrawal of quieting of the senses. Very, very important. Dharana refers to the inner focus of concentration. Dhyana refers to the meditation, reflection, or observation. Samadhi refers to the absorption with the whole being or absolute. So while others can benefit from all these principles, they are all equally important to enhance athletic performance. So athletic performance, if we want to improve, so 8 limbs also can be learned and practiced and can be followed through the yogic ethics, and then we can realize that yes, this yama niyama pranayama, yama niyama asana pranayama pratyahara dharana dhyana samadhi is actually, if we understand thoroughly, then we will understand our life in better way, especially sports person's life. Fitness professional teaching yoga should focus on the limbs that fall within their area of expertise. For example, asana posture, pranayama breathe, dharana inner focus, and dhyana meditation. Athletes can benefit from these links just as they benefit from other tools they use to optimize their performance. For example, a tennis player intent on making contact with the ball and returning it to an exact spot on his opponent's side of the court is exhibiting inner focus on dharana. Now imagine that at the crucial moment of play, a gale force guts of wind picks up, a fan screams words of encouragement, and a car crashes in the parking lot. If the tennis player can complete this type of his attention from these potential distractions and remain steadfast, and it will be revealing pratyahara. So these are actually 8 limbs are connected to our what is the life of even sports field and the common life, and that is why these all things we need to realize, we need to learn, we need to understand, and that is because of this Patanjali Sutra's 8 limbs: Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. If you understand, then you will become a real yogi or real a very fantastic person on the earth who can practice, who can understand the yoga practices regularly, who can perform yoga, and who can achieve all kind of positive energy uh, in your current life to accept, to face, to overcome such any kind of disturbance in your life. Injury prevention. One of the best lessons athletes can learn from practicing yoga is how to respect their body strength. So body is a temple. If you see, I would suggest you, body actually is your temple. If you understand proper exercise to your body and mind, if you give exercise to your body, automatically your mind will become fresh. Proper rest to your body and mind. Proper food, timely food to your body and mind. Timely actions, timely hygienic life to your body and mind. So, hygiene, personal hygiene, properly exercise to your body, properly rest, and proper food. If you will keep limitations, not delimitations. And if something if you go beyond against the nature, then you will face certain problems. So that is why, as per the nature rule of nature, what you have to follow, you have to keep all these your activities in balanced way, and that is why you have to give proper actions to your body, because your body is your temple. If you go something is wrong, immediately you will feel uneasy. Immediately you will feel that yes, something is wrong, and my health is not supporting me, and my mind also automatically getting disturbed. So injury prevention, one of the best lessons athletes can learn from practicing yoga is how to respect their body's strength and weaknesses. The knowledge is essential to preventing sports injuries. Yoga is a powerful biofeedback tool that can help athletes develop better body awareness. Listening to the body and responding to its messages is a way to honor the body and not push it over the edge. Do not give more strength, more overload to your body. So avoid overload principles. Give a moderate intensity of exercise to your body. Rebecca Browning is an amateur triathlete based in Boulder, Colorado, whose various sports-related injuries have been uh, cured through practicing yoga. Yoga not only stretches my body but also helps me with better balance and overall strength, she says. At first, I thought yoga was a way to have a less strenuous workout, but now I find it is often harder than my competitive training. And after class, I feel much more focused and grounded, and this helps me in my training. If I'm tired, I can pull my senses inward and continue my practice without causing harm to my body. During competition, I can focus on the uh, interactions of small core muscles, okay, to give me better overall stability. That is why she says the athlete outside an athlete. The finding focus, the practice of yoga was first developed in India and has evolved over thousands of years. Yoga disciples use poses, asanas to prepare their bodies and meditation practices as an athlete would prepare for a sports competition. The poses also serve as a means to alter one's consciousness and mental focus on the spiritual quest for enlightenment. This spiritual transformative process is, in fact, the overriding purpose of the practice of Hatha Yoga. In essence, yoga is designed to bring body, mind, and spirit into balance. So, finally, what is our aim? Through yoga, body, mind, and spirit to be brought into the balance way. And that is why, through the practice of yoga, elite athletes and weekend warriors alike can benefit from this type of balance. This is especially true when athletes have pushed their bodies to the maximum, resulting in weakness or injury. Yoga can restore a weakened body and build it back up. Yoga postures, breath work, and inner focus can help rebalance, strengthen, and restore overtaxed muscles, joints, and ligaments. Through this restoration processes, athletes can increase their career longevity and develop an inner balance that will last a lifetime. Balance of body, mind, and spirit is a primary philosophical principle. It is considered to be the best medicine for our human being. Athletes in all sports are finding that yogic conditioning not only elongates right times to fatigue muscles, but also brings calmness and clarity to the mind. Some athletes begin to the practice to rehabilitate an injury and to gain more physical stability and strength. Others take it up to increase their powers of concentration and quiet the mind, and some do it because they don't want to miss out on what everybody else is raising about. The reasons are many, but the results are consistent. The eight limbs of yoga. Yoga is composed of many layers, all of which can enhance athletic performance. These layers are referred to as the eightfold disciplines, eight limbs of yoga. Now, these are the eight limbs of yoga. Samadhi, this is, if you see, uh, yes, yamas, niyamas, asanas, pratyahara, okay, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. So these actually eight limbs are there, where these eight limbs form the main principle of yoga as uh, follows: enlightenment. Enlightened, yama refers to universal ethic, niyama refers to personal ethic, asa refers to posture, pranayama refers to breathe, pratyahara refers to withdrawal or quieting of senses, dharana refers to inner focus or concentration, and dhyana refers to the meditation, the reflection of observation. Samadhi refers to the observing the whole being of the nature. So this is yoga conditioning. So yoga, also mastering the physical mental challenge of yoga can be a revelation for athletes accustomed to years of different kind of training. Most athletes are used to conditioning in a particular way, usually by isolating specific muscle groups with the aim of increasing the intensity and frequency of the training uh, remain. And this kind of conditioning focuses on isolating different parts of body. Yoga, on the other hand, is based on the principle of integrating the body as a whole and shift the emphasis to the quality of the movement. So this new holistic approach can reveal weakness and imbalances that may be exposed before, as you might expect. This will be this come as a surprise one, and who think they are in the tune with the bodies. In some ways, this new acceptance of body's limitations can be the first step in an athlete's growth, becoming more aware of body's own distinct and daily of niyama. Learning difficult yoga poses requires time and patience and the process teaches respect for one's own limitations. Taking the time to learn each pose along with its respective function will like present new challenges for your athlete clients. They will begin to appreciate that each pose uses the body as a whole and that the effectiveness of the poses is determined by the quality of the movement. If you see yoga as a conditioning method, so because of yoga also, body actually, the holistic approach of yoga can reveal weakness and imbalances that may never have been exposed before. So that is why intensity, you should understand the intensity and frequency of the training uh, program. And while preparing your young and adult athletes, yoga posture can be altogether potent component in the athlete's growth, but when body image, self-esteem, or the psychological issues occur simultaneously. Becoming more aware of body's state in what niyama of Ashtanga Yoga focuses on, that teaches patience, tolerance, and the poses teaches respect to the one's limitations. And athletes progress from concentrating on how many reps and laps they can do it in a single training session to taking time to learn each pose along with its respective function will likely present new challenges for the young athletes to understand and realize the muscle contraction while doing various kind of exercises. It is important to reduce the yoke workload when making competition as specific training would be a more beneficial for optimum performance. So yoke actually reduce even intensity also and tiredness also. And that is why we should understand the particular type of training, how much load should be given. And because of regular practice to the sport program, your load can be maintained. The static stretch and strengthening pose of all muscles, including deep stabilizers, heightened body awareness, or proper proprioception that in turn reduces stress and counterbalance the respective actions that you perform. The biggest suspense of life is that you don't know who is praying for you and who is playing with you. As Chanakya, Sir Chanakya already what is called given hints to human beings that you should have particular kind of concentration. You should know that the biggest suspense of life is what is this in your life? If there is no limit, a limitation, unlimited load on physical exercise, you will going to face certain challenges. You should understand what is actually required, what is not required, and how much level of intensity you should have in the sports field or even out of sports field. Now, some of the asanas, Trikonasana, you see, this is good how to practice and how it gives a proper shape to our body. Tadasana, if you see the balancing pose, Prakshasana, Tadasana, uh, and sitting position, I think both the Paschimottanasana and forward bending, back bending, side bending. And if you see, it is actually prone position, supine position asanas, like position asanas, halasana, bending asana, halasana, and even if you see sarvangasana position, halasana position, so a lot of benefits you will get for your legs and all. So finally, if I will wind up this, I'll conclude this part. Actually, on the basis of all the slides and discussions of the slides from right from the beginning up to the end. So I conclude that depending on their goals, whose goals, sports person goals and personality types, and according to the training phase, mesomorphy, macromorphy, and macro. So this type of athletes may prefer one form of yoga. For example, some athletes may prefer a style of yoga that emphasizes holding postures for longer duration, thereby improving upon isometric muscle contraction, while others may prefer a schedule for beginners focusing on optimal body alignment. Masters level athletes may be focusing more on spiritual aspects of yoga and to remain free from backbone related disorders, blood pressure management, etc. In contrast, others may relate more to a style that emphasizes the physical component that helps them gain more core strength, core strength, and hip flexibility. Women and injured might be seeking a gentle Sahaj Yoga style that focuses on aesthetic, aesthetics with doing stretching poses for functional. And uh, hope that if you see, if you look at this actually yoga asanas, say what are the asanas, how to do asanas, and how the best way you can perform from simple to complex. Ustrasana, Dhanurasana, and this, Kukutasana, then Halasana, then see some of the asanas, standing position, Virbhadrasana, balancing asana, and then you will realize that you will be able to complete your goals for themselves in smart way. So these are the references, and thank you very much for a very patiently listening my discussions, my slides. And once again, from the beginning, if I'll go, we started my slides from the beginning. It was the topic was role of yoga. This was role of yoga and sports performance. So we have started meditation poses and all. So please do meditation at least 20 minutes, 30 minutes every day, or at least 3 times in a week, that you will improve your mental power. And some of the things require, suppose injuries can be maintained while you are performing any kind of exercise. And some of research studies have been done because due to yoga, how an individual can be benefited. And yoga sports people session structure. This is a very systematic way, that is mental physical work, flexibility, how it athletes, and what are the limitations to flexibility, and how flexibility can be achieved through particular asanas, static passive flexibility, and running athletes around long distance runners, how they face a lot of problems about range of motion. And cycling also, due to cycling, how we develop some kind of what is called discomfortness. Suppose if you happen to injuries, how you overcome because of yoga, and to maintain the range of motion. Bones and joints, we should have knowledge about bones and joints. Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, Dr.
Yeah,
Narendra.
sir, am I audible?
Yes, yes, sir. Audible. Yes.
Yeah, sir, shall we take few questions?
Yeah. Please. Okay. My session is over,
Okay.
and I was going to once again final touch.
Sir,
it was ended.
Yeah, please.
Thank you so much.
Sir, it will be better if you can stop.
Yes, yes, yes.
Sir, would you please mind to stop sharing your slides?
Yeah, I'll stop now.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Stop slides.
Sir, कुछ questions हैं.
Yes,
Shall I
yes.
start taking questions?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. हाँ.
Yeah, please. Sir, first of all, congratulations and thank you so much for such a nice session, and you explained the yogic concept to the participants, and definitely they will get benefited. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
sir. And
Thank you so much.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
so the question is from one of our participant, Muhammad Ibrahim. Yeah. So, sir, what are the main and particular things that we kept in mind while performing yoga?
See, first of all, performing yoga is not so easy. Performing yoga, we should have actually self-interest and self-dedication. अगर मन की तैयारी है कि भाई कुछ सीखना है और योग करना है तो ही योग करना है. अगर मन तैयार नहीं है और योग करना है, योग सीखना है, योग से फायदे लेने हैं, तो जब मन ही तैयार नहीं है तो वो इफेक्टिव नहीं होगा. That's all. Mental preparation is very important. Is it clear?
Yeah, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Narendra.
Yeah, sir. In continuation, the same question, the participants had asked, like, what are the technique or correction that we can do to enhance the yogic posture or hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Sir, what are
Corrections.
the technical points that we should consider while doing yogic postures?
See, yogic posture, performing yogic posture, it's not a matter of cup of tea. Performing yogic posture itself is a kind of self journey where we have to focus mentally, and we have to perform very slowly, making a full of concentration over particular asana if we are performing. And suppose there are asanas, easy asanas, difficult asanas, and some of the asanas too difficult. So if you have enough confidence and knowledge, you can perform slowly, and gradually you can go from simple to complex or from simple to the perfection. But if you do not have that much knowledge about asanas and you are performing, either you are going to face some injuries or you are going to become failure. So best way, if you have anybody else familiar, yoga instructor, yoga teacher, under his observation and help and support, you can perform even difficult asanas too.
सर थैंक यू. सर एक हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं, उन्होंने हिंदी में क्वेश्चन पूछा है कि सर कौन से टाइम पे योगा करना ज्यादा बेनिफिशियल होगा सर?
देखिए, योग मैंने शुरू में कहा है कि योग एक ऐसा सफर है कि भाई योग इज अ जर्नी थ्रू सेल्फ. मतलब अपने स्वयं से एक ऐसा सफर करना है और अपने स्वयं के लिए भी और स्वयं के साथ. तो हम आंतरिक रूप से हम अभ्यास करने के लिए सुबह का जो समय है, सुबह सूती होगी वो बहुत भरपूर प्रमाण में मिलेगी. और अगर आप बंद 4 कमरों में, लेकिन वहां आपको वेंटिलेशन होना चाहिए आप जो दरवाजे खिड़की खोल करके एक ऑक्सीजन जो का है उनका जो आना जाना प्रवाह होना चाहिए, आपके शरीर में लंग्स को ऑक्सीजन का जो बिल्कुल सही मायने में ऑक्सीजन आपको पहुंचना चाहिए आपके लंग्स को। तो उस समय अगर आप सुबह का योग अभ्यास करोगे तो वो बहुत ही फायदेमंद साबित होगा। शाम को भी कर सकते हैं, लेकिन शाम का इतना फायदेमंद नहीं होगा जितना कंपेयर टू सुबह का होगा जी।
Okay, sir, thank you so much for delivering such a nice session and very informative session
थैंक यू
on
सो मच।
yes role of yoga in sports performance and हमें पूरी उम्मीद है पार्टिसिपेंट्स को बहुत सारे कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर हुए होंगे, बहुत सारे आइडियाज मिले होंगे। सो
और कोई सवाल है डॉक्टर?
so much, sir. Hello.
थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू सो मच। हेलो,
Yeah.
एम आई ऑडिबल?
Yes, sir.
हाँ बोलिए,
So,
हाँ
sir,
बोलिए
thank you
बोलिए।
so much on behalf of Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, Ministry of Education, Sports Authority of India, Khelo India, and the entire team of Sai LNCP in leadership of Dr. G. Kishore, our principal, sir. I would like to take this opportunity to extend my heartiest thanks to you for joining us and delivering such a nice session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Narendra.
Yeah. And I would be feeling in my duty if I don't say thanks to all the participants, because attending 2 sessions every day and it's very hectic, we understand, and you are already in job. So participant, thank you so much for joining us for the second session of the day. And as we have already shared the schedule with you all, that tomorrow we'll have 2 more sessions. The first session, morning session 11 to 12:30, and second session 3 to 4:30 p.m. So thank you so much, and we will meet tomorrow again. And thank you so much.
Thank you so
Dr.
much,
Mahendra
Dr.
Sawan, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Narendra Gangwar, and thank you all my colleagues and friends from Kerala State Yogasana Sports Association for wholeheartedly support to me and attending this session. Thank you so much, all the participants. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
So participants, the poll for the feedback of the session is already launched. Please take part in that so that we can count your valuable feedback about the session. And again, one reminder, tomorrow we'll start the session at 11. We are expecting you people to log in before 15 minutes. So thank you so much. Any query, any questions, if you have, please drop a mail to us, and then you may contact us, or anything we'll take up and we'll try to sort it out. Thank you so much once again. We'll see you in the next class. Thank you.